Hi, I'm Dave Wurzall, and you're watching PHTV4. This is Spotlight. We're at the Forest Preserve, specifically Little Red Schoolhouse, visiting with Nature Center Director Maritza Rochager. Thank you, Maritza, for joining us. So we want to talk a little bit about what's it like to visit the Forest Preserve now. CDC guidelines have changed. There are more options in terms of opening up. We're getting beautiful weather. We're heading into summer. So maybe first, how are you guys doing? How are things going in general at Little Red Schoolhouse?
Things are really picking up at Little Red Day. First of all, thank you for having me on.
Great you could be here.
Really happy to be here. But things are quite picking up. It's really good to see your face.
It's weird.
It's definitely weird. I'm still getting ready to do this. But a lot of changes. We're feeling really positive. Having a lot more people coming to the sites. Just still being really mindful. But we're really seeing people like be a little bit more laid back and getting to some comfort level when they're coming to the forest preserves.
Oh, that's nice, and hopefully that'll continue, right? We'll continue on that trend. All right, so let's talk about a little bit. So the guidelines have changed. What type of how has that impacted what you guys can offer here in terms of program?
Sure. Just differently, before we were doing a lot more virtual programs that we were doing before. Now we're doing more in-person programming. So that's changed a little bit more. Now we're having more in-person live programs that we're actually administering and conducting, delivering to our visitors that come on out. But we also changed something. Last week we went ahead and opened the interpretive building. So the
Nice.
exhibit is actually open.
Wow, so people can visit the nature center.
Correct.
Oh,
They
that's
can now
great.
visit the nature center, and we're really happy about that. Our animals are super happy. You can see a little difference
The
there.
energy level, huh?
Exactly. We were closed. Our interpretive building was closed for quite some time, right, since the pandemic. But we're back open. The only thing is that we are having people register through the Sign Up Genius, and you could find that in our Facebook page, Little Red Schoolhouse Nature Center Facebook page, or also at the fpdcc.com. Are two sites that people can register. We do have allocated time right now currently, just because we're still following CDC guidelines. We're not quite there yet. So we still want to be mindful, and we want to be respectful of everyone's health here in Cook County and everywhere.
So that's part of controlling how many people are in the building at one time. Okay, and
Correct.
for how long?
Yes, correct. Right now we're doing half-hour slots starting as early as 9 in the morning and going all the way to about 2:30, 3 o'clock. We do have days reserved for groups, so if you have a big group of like 15, please give us a call. We'll go ahead and register you ourselves. But right now, individual family groups, we're really encouraging you to do that because things are opening up. A lot of campgrounds, park districts are now having kids back on site. So we are having a lot of groups coming out to the forest preserves.
So is it like the same thing applies to Camp Sagawau then?
Correct. Little Red Schoolhouse is one of the busiest nature centers in Cook County. It's one of the 6 nature centers that we have in Cook County. So we do get a little bit busier. We do have more grounds to cover and things like that. But the other nature centers actually are also having walk-ins. Some of them do have sign-up genius, but some of them are just having walk-ins. For us in particular, we're still taking walk-ins, but we're just encouraging you, because if we have that set limit inside the building, then you will not be allowed to go in until a later time. That's why we're just encouraging people to do that. We do take walk-ins, especially if you're driving out, from far away or something like
Right.
that. We probably won't turn you away, although we do close for about an hour and a half in between to sanitize the entire area, because we're still mandated to do that. For programming, we're still requiring masks if you're registered to a program.
What about inside the building?
Inside the building, thank you for that, Dave. We are still, required to wear the masks inside the buildings. Once you're outside, just how we are right now, we're pretty good. We are still encouraging people to distance themselves, physically distance themselves from one another. Try not to cluster. Be mindful. And when you enter the building, just wear a mask. Just to go, the restrooms are still open, but the interpretive building, the whole time you will have to wear the mask. And also for programming, any registered program.
Now, you know, some people would ask, what if I'm vaccinated? Do I still have to wear the mask inside?
Yes, we've been getting a lot of that. Technically, and you're right, we're not supposed to ask anyone about any of their medical issues or concerns or anything like that. So for us, we just want to be respectful. And what we've been encouraging people is, we're almost out of this. We're just encouraging you just to be mindful and just have some, just be a little bit more respectful with everyone's health.
Right.
Because maybe we're vaccinated, you and I are vaccinated, but we're not sure if the other person might be vaccinated.
Or what their health risks are.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
No, that's good. Okay. So it sounds like things are opening up. We're back in the closer to normal in terms of what's available. Have anything's been canceled or nothing canceled anymore, it seems like?
We're pretty much just going full speed. We're trying not to cancel anything. If we did cancel anything, we probably removed them from our itinerary, and that would be virtual program. We're trying to now decrease virtual programs
So there still
and
are some.
increase.
There still are some virtual programs.
We still have a few of them that we're offering out there. We still want to be able to capture all of the audience, especially the ones that are not able to physically make it here, and still offer something. But again, I would say it's probably maybe 15-20% virtual right now, and everything else is in person.
Do you think do you think virtual will stick around after this? I know I didn't plan on asking you that, but
You know,
or is that a conversation you guys are having?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it is one way for us to reach a greater audience at the end of the day, because if you're in a different town or things like that, and you want to check us out, you still have the option to be on virtually with us. Will things change? Yes. Some people really like some of the meetings because now they don't have to drive to a
Right.
certain location, and it does, take care of that time, right? When you're kind of wasting that time back and forth or whatnot. But some people just can't wait to come out and see
Yes,
each other.
I'm sure. I'm going to say I'm going to a couple of chats about birding and birds and bird identification, and it's nice to do it Zoom style or whatever format you're using. But you and I standing here, gosh, we can hear all the birds. And
Yes.
So it's nice to be here and actually be able to see them or hear them in nature kind of thing. No, that's really nice. So it sounds like programs are opening up, activities are opening up. Any programs coming up you want to feature coming up the next few months?
Sure, we do have some of our summer. We do have the pollinator party that's coming up at the end of the month. We still are having night programs, so night hikes. Please check out the website. But those are always interesting, and they're always awesome because they're not always available to have night hikes or nocturnal events. So please look out for those events. We do have moonwalks. We are having and trying to align ourselves with any type of eclipse that are happening, or any types of red moons or anything like that, blood moon that's out there. Just please look out for whatever is available. We are still sort of adjusting a few things here and there. So again, I just encourage everyone to check out our website or like us on Facebook, because it really does allow you and inform you of what's happening throughout the week and even throughout the month.
Especially as things change. Things might be in flux a little bit. Right now it seems like things are getting more relaxed, but
Yes.
so it's a good thing. Check out the website. Look for programming, looking especially to sign up in case there's a number cap or
Correct.
inside things like that.
Yes.
Is that kind of consistent? I know you said to some degree the other nature centers, some are opening up more, some still have virtual, some.
Yep. It's still a little bit mixed.
Okay.
It's a little bit mixed, but all the nature centers are actually open for their exhibits. So that we're just allowing a certain amount of people until we get the green light to.
So the only difference is whether or not you have to monitor the numbers or like sign in or something like that. Okay, good. And camps are taking place again, like school groups are coming in, is that kind of thing, or field trip type groups?
Yeah, we're starting to see scouts. The scouts, the Girls and Boy Scouts have really been coming out on the weekends during the week, but we're also having school districts. We will be hosting Summit School District 104 this summer, and they'll be doing outdoor education
wonderful.
with us. And that's the first school that we actually have coming out this summer. We are partnered with other local partnerships where we are offering youth programming and things like that. This year we do have our youth outdoor ambassadors, which will be plugged throughout the nature centers. Every year I encourage, and I'll even mention it here, try to check us out on our site and try to sign up, or even try to fill in an application so that, if you're interested in joining our team, please do so.
Well, it sounds wonderful. A lot of wonderful opportunities right now between the program you're offering and bringing people back in and the ambassador programs. It sounds like a lot of great things. I feel like we've covered it all. Are there any other things you want to mention or highlight for us?
Pavilions, picnic areas, permits. We're back on. I don't know to what capacity, but please make sure that you check us out again on our Facebook page, but also on our Forest Preserve website to find out about any of those inquiries, because again, people are doing a lot of still staycations.
Right.
So there's a lot of opportunities for camping on our grounds. We do have Camp Bullfrog that's right next to Little Red, but we also have Camp Sullivan and Camp Ryanburg, which are totally available for people's, holidays or staycations that are still happening, throughout the country.
Yeah.
So make sure that you check that out. And also, if you're having any parties or any, types of family events, make sure that you're signing up and getting those permits as well. Because again, everyone's just trying to come on out and enjoy nature, enjoy the weather, and enjoy, everything that the Forest Preserves has to offer.
Oh, it's wonderful. And, boy, we've got a beautiful, finally, right? We got the beautiful weather right now. A lot of great opportunities for people. All the things you said, wonderful camping and fishing, as
Yes.
usual, I'm sure, and all the programming. That's great. Thank you for taking the time, Marisa. This is awesome news. Wonderful to get this out, and we wish you guys the best here.
Thank you.
I'm Dave Wurzel. You're watching PHTV4 Spotlight, a visit to the Forest Preserves in the summer of 2021. Thank you for watching, and happy hiking.